I know you secretly have the desire to be a queen bee. This is a woman who's bold, brave, and beautiful. You desire to be appreciated and admired. It's okay. You have my permission to do it. I'm Stacey Murphy, the queen of charm and juicy love, and welcome to this edition of Blissful Loving, where I share tips and insights of how to make your love and sex life a bit juicier. Well, in today's segment of Blissful Loving, I'm going to share a sassy tip of how you can rock the qualities of a high-value woman, the quintessential queen bee. Like I just said, this is a woman who is brave, bold, and beautiful, where you're going to learn how to build your confidence and the ability to seduce any man with honesty and integrity. Let me ask this: do you see yourself as a yummy, vivacious, and beautiful woman? Is this a story you tell yourself about how you should be as a woman? Now, this in turn affects how you think about being alluring, which then affects how you feel about your attractiveness. And how you feel about your attractiveness determines the actions you take, which has a direct correlation to the results you get. If your deep-seated beliefs about who you are isn't in alignment with your desired outcome of who you want to be, then you feel stuck. Now, the stuckness you're feeling is not owning your worth. Now, to attract the right man in your life, it requires you to adopt a delicious and empowering love for yourself. Now, in my Reclaim Your Wow Factor training, I do a deep dive into 20 high-value woman qualities men look for in a woman. And today, you'll get a tasty little tidbit of one. I'd like for you to keep this in mind. These are qualities you should desire to embody in yourself regardless if you're looking for a man or not, because they attest to your feminine power. Now, a key quality a man looks for in a woman is a woman who is authentic, a woman who's genuine and real, but especially who's not boring. Now, why is this important? When you honestly feel you're more than enough, this allows you to be authentic, genuine, and real because you're being you. Now, it's hard to keep up with a facade of someone else. This can be the mask you wear when family, friends, or even coworkers are around. But in a relationship, this mask can have disastrous consequences. And here's why: because the weight of trying to maintain a facade can tear the relationship apart due to fear and resentment that ultimately builds. Now, when you're being you, this in turn builds trust, confidence in all your relationships. So here's my sassy assignment for you. It's time for you to be bold and confident. Here's a quote I love from Lisa Nichols of The Secret. She says, "Inside relationships, it's important to first understand who's coming into the relationship. And I'm not just talking about your partner. You need to understand yourself first." So the next step in claiming your feminine power is to stop that inner critic, that itty-bitty shitty committee. That's the inner critic of "I'm not enough" or the constant comparison trap. When you love yourself and develop a positive relationship with you, you generate self-confidence that's irresistible. And life is so much more fun when you allow yourself to be exactly who you are. You can do this by considering the following. You ready to write these down? 1, who or what is preventing you from being yourself? Number 2, whose advice or counsel did you consistently receive, whether wanted or unwanted, about how you're supposed to be as a woman? And number 3, now I want you to tally up the number of people or institutions you received each belief from. These are the sources of your self-belief. So whatever number you came up with, whether it was 2, 4, 7, or 10, these are all the people that have been pulling your strings, controlling your decisions, and ultimately controlling you. And it seems pretty crowded. So with all that chatter, how can you possibly hear your own voice? Now, the people you listed have been controlling your self-worth and dictating your confidence, not you. Now is your chance to take your feminine power back, and I want you to do that. So one by one, take a small step to do something for yourself that you've allowed other people to stop you from doing. Now, when you do this, you'll take a bold and confident stand for you. And this, ladies, is how you step into your feminine power and embrace the qualities of a high-value woman. So stay tuned for another sassy tip in the next edition of Blissful Loving.